Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to look at a place where the history of Europe meets the present. We're standing on the border between Slovenia and Austria at the historic Šentilj-Spielfeld crossing. Just a few years ago, endless lines of cars would form here. Drivers had to show their documents, customs officers checked goods, and the whole process was long and tedious. This border crossing was a symbol of a divided Europe, but thanks to Slovenia's entry into the Schengen Area, everything has changed. Now cars are only checked randomly, and we're going to take a look at one of those checks. The original customs buildings still serve the customs officers. Towns on the border, Šentilj and Spielfeld. Right on the border, there are two small but historically significant towns. Šentilj on the Slovenian side is known primarily for its strategic location. Until 2007, when Slovenia joined Schengen, it was the main entry point into the country for travelers from Austria. Today, it's a quiet wine town. On the Austrian side lies Spielfeld, which is also known for its border crossing. In 2015, it gained international attention when thousands of refugees flowed through it into Europe, reminding us that borders still have meaning in the modern era. Both towns are now closely connected with winemaking and local cuisine. Historic cities in the area. In the vicinity of this border, you'll find picturesque cities with a rich history. On the Slovenian side, there is primarily Maribor, founded in the 13th century as the fortress Marchburg. The city is known for its vineyards and especially for the oldest grapevine in the world, which is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records. On the Austrian side, there is Graz, the second largest city in the country, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The first mentions of it date back to the 12th century, when it originated from the Slavic Gradec, small castle. The city flourished under the rule of the Habsburgs, and in the 16th century became an important center of the Renaissance, which is still evident in its architecture today. The fortress on Schlossberg Hill successfully resisted Turkish and Napoleonic armies, but after the fall of Vienna, it was demolished on Napoleon's orders. However, the inhabitants saved the city's symbol, the clock tower, for which they paid an enormous ransom. Tips for excursions in the area. If you're planning a trip to this region, you definitely shouldn't limit yourself to the cities. The surrounding area offers plenty of other interesting places worth visiting. Natural and cultural gems. Prajama Castle and Postojna Cave. These two places, although located about 9 kilometers apart, form an ideal combination for a full-day trip. Prajama Castle is a world unique, literally nestled into a huge rock face. Its history is connected with the legend of the robber knight Erasmus of Lueg. Nearby is Postojna Cave, one of the largest in Europe. Its tour is a unique experience because you ride an underground train into its depths, which takes you through huge halls full of stalactites. Škocjan Caves. The Škocjan Caves are a geological masterpiece and one of the most important cave systems in the world, confirmed by their entry on the UNESCO list. Their uniqueness lies in the huge underground canyon created by the Reka River. The main experience is the passage through the cave system, where the ceilings are up to 100 meters high above your head. The feeling of walking through the canyon is absolutely breathtaking, especially when you cross the Crkvenac Bridge, which hangs 45 meters above the roaring river. The sound of the deep flowing water, the echo, and the majesty of the cave space create an unforgettable atmosphere. Unlike Postojna Cave, where you travel by train, here you walk everywhere, which allows you to fully perceive the overwhelming dimensions of the cave. Lake Bled. Lake Bled is undoubtedly one of the symbols of Slovenia, and a place that has enchanted visitors from all over the world with its fairy tale beauty. The lake, with its crystal clear emerald water, is surrounded by the majestic Julian Alps, and an impressive castle stands on a cliff above it. The heart of the lake is a small island with the Church of the Assumption of Mary. You can reach it on a traditional wooden boat called a pletna, which is powered by a standing oarsman. Once you step ashore, you must climb 99 steps to reach the church. Inside is the legendary wishing bell. The tradition says that if you make a wish and ring the bell 3 times, your wish will come true. On a steep cliff 130 meters above the lake stands Bled Castle, the oldest castle in Slovenia. From its terraces you get a breathtaking panoramic view of the entire lake, the island, and the surrounding mountains. No visit to Bled is complete without tasting the local specialty, the famous Bled cream cake, kremsnita. The town of Ptuj. The town of Ptuj is considered the oldest Slovenian town, with a history dating back to the Stone Age. However, it reached its greatest prosperity during the Roman Empire, when it was known as Poetovio. At that time it served as an important military fortress and trade hub, and remains of this glorious era can still be seen today. In the square, the massive Orpheus monument stands, a marble tombstone from the 2nd century that served as a pillory. The dominant feature of the town is Ptuj Castle, which majestically rises on a hill above the Drava River and the historic center. The castle, which served as a residence for bishops and nobility, now houses a large museum. Here you will find unique collections of musical instruments and traditional carnival masks. It is the carnival, Kurentavanje, that has made Ptuj famous worldwide. It is one of the largest carnival festivals in Europe, where the streets are filled with folkloric characters. The most striking of them is the Kurent, a figure dressed in sheepskin who, with terrifying masks and the sound of bells, chases away winter and evil spirits. It is an incredibly lively and authentic experience. Activities for every season. South Styrian Wine Route, Südsteirische Weinstraße. The South Styrian Wine Route, in German Südsteirische Weinstraße, is poetically nicknamed Austria's Tuscany. This picturesque road winds through a rolling landscape full of vineyards that stretch from Šentilj-Spielfeld deep into the Austrian interior. At the heart of the experience is a tradition called Buschenschank. These are rustic, family-run wineries where winemakers only sell their own wine and serve simple cold dishes from their own farms. You'll find Brudeljaus, which is a platter of smoked meat, bacon, cheese, and spreads, or the famous Verhackerties, a spread made from minced salted meat. These are ideal places to stop, taste local wine, and soak up the authentic atmosphere. The region is known for its fresh white wines. Varietals such as Sauvignon Blanc, Morillon, Chardonnay, Velschriesling, and Weissburgunder, Pinot Blanc, thrive here thanks to the ideal climate. The wooden wind rattles, called clapotettes, which typically protect the vineyards from birds, are also an integral part of the landscape. Stop at one of the viewpoints where you can see vineyards stretching to the horizon. This route is ideal for driving or exploring by bike. Pohorje, Maribor Pohorje. The Pohorje mountain range, located right next to Maribor, is an essential natural oasis for locals and visitors alike. In winter, it turns into the largest ski resort in Slovenia. The Women's Alpine Ski World Cup, known as the Golden Fox, Zlata Lisica, is regularly held on its slopes. Skiers can enjoy over 40 kilometers of slopes of all difficulty levels, from gentle ones for families with children to challenging black runs. There are also cross-country trails and a snow park. Thanks to the illuminated slopes, it's possible to enjoy popular night skiing as well. During the warmer months, Pohorje becomes a paradise for hikers and cyclists. You can go on hikes to natural gems like the Sumak Waterfall or the mysterious Crno Jezero, Black Lake. Schladming-Dockstein. The Schladming-Dockstein ski area is one of the largest and most modern in Austria. It's not just one resort but a whole network of interconnected mountains that offer endless possibilities for winter and summer activities. The heart of the area is the famous Vierberg Skischaukel, four-mountain ski swing, which connects the slopes of Hauserkaibling, Planai, Hochwurzen, and Rieteralm. Together, they form an impressive 123 kilometers of slopes that you can reach with modern lifts. As part of the Ski Amadei network, the area offers hundreds of additional kilometers of trails on a single ski pass. The biggest attraction is undoubtedly the Dockstein Glacier, which rises to an altitude of almost 3,000 meters. You can ski on the Dockstein all year round, and you'll also find several breathtaking viewpoints. Even though nothing is happening at the border now, the surrounding landscape is magnificent. Famous vineyards and picturesque towns are located in this area. On one side is Austrian Styria, on the other is Slovenian Drava region. More about Styria and the Drava region, Podravi. The region we are in is Styria, nicknamed the, quote, the green heart of Austria due to its high forest coverage. It is divided into a mountainous north and a mild, wine-producing south. In the southern part, you will find typical wooden wind rattles with blades, called clapetets, which are used to scare birds away from the vineyards. Styria is also a culinary paradise, famous mainly for its pumpkin seed oil, nicknamed black gold. Typical dishes include backhendel, fried chicken, and salads made from kafferbonen, large brown red beans. On the other side of the border lies the Slovenian Drava region, Podravi, the largest wine region in the country, named after the Drava River. This rolling landscape is dotted with vineyards and is home to the oldest grapevine in the world. The Drava region is famous for its white wines, such as Lasky Riesling, Welsh Riesling, and Suppan Ferment. One of the most beautiful parts is the wine region of Jerusalem, named after the Crusaders who were so captivated by the local wine that they decided to stay. I hope you liked today's video, and it made you think about what the Schengen area means for us. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you next time. Bye!